Hey guys, Ryobi King back again today. Gonna be trying something a little new. I like to try to keep things fresh on this channel. I like to kind of change things up. So today, you guys already know what I'm building. You've seen it in the name, but now you're gonna see me do it. That's what we're gonna be doing now. I think I'm gonna try to do a little bit more shop-related stuff. But today I'm gonna be using some scrap pieces of wood I got. It's some fancy stuff, but I found it a long time ago. It's kind of junk. But I got a bunch of these little pieces about this size. I'm going to make those hanger bases out of those and a few different pieces of wood. But I'm going to kind of show you so that way if you guys decide you like the way it's going to hold my tools, you guys might want to do it for yourselves. So stay tuned. So the way I'm going to do this design is it's just going to be essentially a piece of wood that goes into here, and then it'll rest on top of that and keep the tool from moving around. So first thing you want to do is get your measurements in both directions. So in this direction, from the square part, looks like we're about 1 inch, and from this direction we're about 1 inch, and then let's see what the depth is. Looks like it's going to be too big to go in there, but I'm going to guess it can go in about 2 inches. So we'll give that a try. That's essentially what we're making right here, but we're going to make multiple of those for the bases. Alright, so now I'm creating bases that are going to stick out on the bottom. That way the tool has something to rest on. Now this is very important. I did it 3 1/4 inches. That should give it plenty of depth for most tools. I don't know about all of them. For most tools to be able to sit flat on here. So we're going to go off of that. I measured my router, the base of my router for this. This seems to be the widest, one of the more wider tools I have. So that's what I used as my base for this. So if you're going to stick off of my measurements, I went 3 1/4 inches in thickness. And remember guys, anytime you're doing any kind of cutting or any kind of sawing or anything indoors, always wear the proper protection. Alright guys, so essentially remember anytime you're using a saw, you want to remember the saw blade lip, the width of the blade. So what I did on all these is, since this has to be extremely precise, I left little spaces in between, that way I could put the saw blade on the other side and make it extremely fine cut. It just makes your project at the end look a lot better. So if you're really trying to go for something that looks nice, this is how I would suggest to do it. So essentially what we're going to do from this point is we're going to combine these parts. We're going to make it just like that. So that way, like I said, it almost creates a surface for this to sit on top of. But how we're going to do that is, first we're going to use wood glue. So let's get out some wood glue. I prefer Tight Bond. If Ryobi made its own wood glue, clearly I would use it. But from in my experience, I found that the Tight Bond tends to work really well. So remember, just like with Elmer's glue or anything else like they taught you in elementary school, don't use a whole lot because you really don't need it. That's probably all you'll need. And then you're going to take your finger, just kind of smooth it out, And if you really want, you can go on the board itself and rub the excess, which I put that on the wrong side because I'm a numbskull. Then you're going to want to put that on there like so. And the human hand has like crazy good feeling. So you can use that to feel all the sides to try to get it the most even. So right there feels good for me. Then I'm going to use a clamp. Oh, shoot. I dropped it. That's what happens when you're trying to work with just two hands. Don't tighten it all the way. Make sure everything's nice and lined up the way you like it, which mine is. Then squeeze it down really nice and make sure everything's lined up. Now, you could let that sit, or you can go ahead and nail it. I'm going to go ahead and nail it since I have space on both sides to go ahead and put nails in. I'm going to use my Ryobi pin nailer. So I get it in place. Bingo, that one's in. Flip the piece of work over. Going on this side. Bingo, you're done. Now that piece should hold together pretty good. Enough to hold the tool up. But I'm not going to put any pressure on it until this is completely cured. Okay, so now we're essentially creating little nibs to sit on this base that goes straight up, that'll slide into the battery compartment. So we're going to create that nib now. We're going to use the same process that we used earlier. I'm going to set this down over here. We're going to use the same process we did earlier. Cut, no cut, no cut, so on and so forth. That way, we can be more precise with the blade. Alright guys, now in my opinion this is really where it changes from just being wood to becoming something. And that's in the sanding process. I tend to take a lot of time on my sanding because I really want my stuff to look good and I want to feel good about it. So I kind of got this rigged up here. All I did was essentially take the battery operated sander and put it inside my vise. That way I could push down and use it one-handed. So if you guys like this idea, it's something you could possibly do. What I'm doing now is just rounding off these corners to make the tool slide on them a little bit easier. Nice and rounded now. That should work just fine. So here it is, guys, the final product. You can get a good look at it. It's awesome because you can just, you can attach it to the pegboard like this. If you want to just set it on the counter, that'd be kind of weird, but you could do it. But yeah, the whole concept of this is that way you could attach it to the wall. And here's the brand new Ryobi heat gun that I just did the review on recently. Allows it to sit on right on top, and the peg keeps it on balance, so it won't fall. So, I mean, it's great. It works out great. If you guys have any better iterations or anything I could do to this, or if it helped you spark an idea or something, let me know. If there's a better way, I'd love to do it a different way if it seems better to me. I have decided I am going to do another giveaway at 500 subscribers, and you're looking at it right back there. It's the Ryobi Nation banner. That specific banner is going to be given away to one of you at 500 subscribers. I'm going to write a little note with it and things like that saying thank you. So that's one thing I did want to mention in this video. I appreciate all the support I've gotten, all the new subscribers, all the people that leave comments. I love it, guys. I love the fact that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm making. That's all this is. It's about you guys. So if you do enjoy what I'm doing, leave a little thumbs up at the end of this video. I'm going to be doing some more tool reviews. I had a gentleman ask me to do the fan review, the smaller fan. I don't know the number off the top of my head. Not that cool, sorry. But yeah, the fan, I will be doing the review on that here soon. This was just something I wanted to kind of throw in there to change things up, to keep the channel exciting.